Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. This is another night with Let's Just Talk with Kim. And of course, I'm Kim, and I have my lovely co host with me, one of my lovely co hosts, Latanya Barry. I am so excited that she is able to be here. We don't know if Trina's going to show up, but I'm glad to have Tanya be here
Mhm.
today. How you doing,
Hello.
sugar?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm a little tired, but you know what? I'm making my way. I'm making my way.
Okay.
Hey, Sharita Boo. So, how was your week since I spoke to you last?
It's just crazy. It's so much going on, and
Mhm.
I've been so busy, and I was like, I think Trina's working, if I'm not mistaken. I believe she's working, and she may not be able to join tonight. But
Right, right. I know she
I
had a
told
lot of
her,
things
I
going
said
on.
I missed the last 2 weeks, so I'm gonna get on here today. But I'm taking a class on Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to like 9:30, 9:40.
Tuesday
So
to Thursday?
Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a month, it's 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, I can't remember. But then I'm going to take this certification after. So I spent every other night of the
Mm.
week studying. And so I was like, but I missed the last two. So I'm going to go on here today
Well,
and I'm
I
going to push on through.
appreciate you. I appreciate you because I
No
was sitting here
problem.
before you tapped into the broadcast, into the studio, I should say. I was like, okay, let's see if she gonna come. I'm just
I
gonna
think
go through it by myself.
I realized earlier that I probably didn't I thought I responded last week. Girl, I don't know. All these days running together, okay?
It'd be so much going on with life. One thing like I wanted to talk about friendships. That's one thing. I mean, it is what it is. You know your friends want to be there for you when they can and they will. But if they can't, I mean, you can't take it to heart. It is what it is. So even if you didn't, although I'm glad you did,
Mhm.
I would have been kept on rocking and rolling.
Yes, I was like, I don't know, as we start to get closer to the end of that, it'll be crazier and trying to study. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this today.
Okay, okay.
But
Well,
they just called me. They just called Mr. Berry a little bit ago, and we that's why I still got the virtual background. We still getting stuff together, and our
mhm.
new furniture was not supposed to come till the 23rd or something, but they coming Friday. I'm so excited.
Woo!
They called today. They were like, "We can come Friday or Saturday. Which one is whatever is gonna get it here the soonest? That's what we want."
Right, right,
I'm so
right.
excited about that.
I don't know you are. I know you are. So it's been a little bit of wait, but it's going to be all worth it in the end. You in your new place. It's
Okay.
going to look just as fabulous, y'all, as her background. Trust me when I tell you, just as fabulous.
I'm a little bit OCD sometimes, so it's getting to me that with so much going on and everything still not in order.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's that's like nails on a chalkboard, and it's freaking me out a little bit. So I'm like, all right,
Okay.
Jesus, fix it.
Well, I
Mm,
definitely want to compliment your new look. I love the
thank
hair.
you.
And you got
Thank
different
you.
glasses on this time, right?
So these are my older glasses.
Oh, okay.
See, me and my OCD and my matching my current glasses are these, and they got a little pink on them. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it didn't go with my
Okay.
outfit and my hair, so yeah, we put the old ones on.
See, you
That's
worse than me. I
yeah.
just switch glasses. It doesn't matter what I got on. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
however I'm feeling. Even though these I accidentally cracked them. Wait, cracked them right here. I don't know if y'all could see that. You see it?
I can't really
Just look.
see.
Oh well, that's good. But I did a little crack in it. But it's okay because I need a new prescription anyway. So it is what it is.
My prescription didn't change too much, so it was cool to put these on. I'm good.
Okay.
I couldn't wear them all day to work in. It would probably bother me, but I didn't
Oh,
like the
okay.
pink with the darker hair. I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't.
Let
I
me
put
see.
them
Let
on
me see.
yesterday. I put them on yesterday before I went to church, and I didn't like how the glasses looked with the hair. That's is not
Oh, I
bad.
like it.
It's not bad.
Because it
What did
takes
I?
the darkness away and brings a little more light and color.
Yeah, it's cool. It is cool. I
It
didn't like
is
the way. Yeah,
cool.
I like it. I like how I look right here. I didn't like it as much when I put them on Sunday. Why they look crooked to me? I don't know. Probably because I done threw
They
my
don't look
eyes and my
crooked.
brain off switching these glasses back and forth.
Right, 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 right.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
they're not
those. I
bad. They're
really
not bad.
like those. Where did you get them from?
I got them from SVS Vision where I got my glasses from. But you know,
Okay.
I was bad. Like I would get like, oh, I want these fancy glasses, so I got all this on my whatever you call that flex
Right,
spending or
right.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
By these expensive glasses that was so unnecessary. So I'm trying to be better. So these I ordered online. It
Okay.
was like I don't even know. I think it cost me maybe $100, but that's because I got my prescription and they turn dark with the sun for sunglasses and all that extra stuff. But the
Right.
frames themselves was like I don't even know $12 to be honest with you.
Okay.
These
Oh,
were
that's what
like
I do.
yeah, these I got at the eyeglass place,
Mm-hmm.
but they but I'm sorry, Mr. Barry downstairs. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He
I didn't
yelling.
hear it.
We ordered dinner, so he just yelled up the stairs, "Food here!" He forgot I'm live on it. That's why it caught me off guard. But um, but yeah, these were I don't know. They were about maybe $100, I think. I forget what
Yeah.
they are,
I used to
but I like
always
them. Guests. These were guests.
okay. So when I used to go into the vision places, like, at least normally I would go to my job because we do payroll deduction. So it's so much easier. But I always found that my taste can be a little racking. Like them prices would be like $300-400, and then I'm doing payroll deduction, and still that's just the frame. I still got to get the lenses put in, so then it's even more. So I have decided that I will not pay that much for my glasses anymore. So I buy them. I don't know if this is the way you say it or not. The Zelu. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's what. Yeah, I
that's where
use
I got the
them.
black ones from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did them, and I was thinking about one of the other ones I've been seeing some really cute frames on. So, but if when I go to buy some more frames, I'm gonna do that and just take them to the store to get the frames, because then the lenses is only 100 and something.
Let me tell you. Let me show you these other ones I got because praise God, I didn't realize Mr. Barry put me on his vision thing too. So I had some he was like, "Oh yeah, we can go get some more." Oh, well, come on, Mr. Barry. So I have contacts also. So if I wear my contacts, what the problem I was having is like with these, the ones that I got from uh what is it? Zulu, whatever what is it
Yeah,
called?
you
You know what I'm
can't see
talking
it. You
about.
got to put it closer to your face, your background.
The
Yeah.
Zolo or whatever,
Uh-huh.
Zulu.
Zelu.
Yeah, them the glasses I really love them. But I felt like when I'm working, my depth perception or something was off with the reader portion of it and looking at my computer
Oh.
screen.
Oh,
So when
okay.
I got these, I did the same thing. I got the regular glasses with the readers at the bottom,
The
but
transitions.
yeah, and I was telling the ophthalmologist about sometimes it'll bother me when I'm looking at my computer all day. So what he ordered me is I have these, which I won't be keeping on because I can't see without my contacts on. When I'm wearing my contacts, instead of buying like I would buy like the little readers you can get anywhere
Mhm.
at the drugstore or
Mhm.
whatever, he ordered me some special readers that instead of just like right up here, it's like 5 feet. So these are
Yeah.
readers for my computer screen,
Yeah,
which
that's what
are
I need.
awesome. Girl, I think I
Yeah,
just seen you a little
my
bit
the
more.
last prescription I had, it was for like close up, like if I was
Mhm.
looking at my
Oh,
cell phone,
wrong
but
one.
that's not what I need. I need something that I can see my cell phone, my computer, and my desk phone.
Mhm.
So I need them to balance that out for me. So I'm gonna be going soon. I just haven't gotten around to it.
These are really heavy, and I like these. I don't know. I'm putting them in front of my shirt so you
That's the
can
one
see
you
them.
just took off.
Yeah, they're
They metal
gold.
frame. Yeah, I was gonna say they
Yeah,
metal
I
frame.
like those. They're really cute.
Yeah. Yeah, metal frames are typically heavier. And listen, y'all, this is a friendship
Sorry.
conversation. So we already talking about friends. So what we're gonna do tonight is we know we always have when we have let's talk about some stuff. We always have a topic. I mean, we do a Q&A. So this Q&A will be about friendship. And I have my book today, 4,000 questions. Of course, we're not going to do 4,000 questions, but they
You didn't
do have
study in
us.
advance, did you?
No, no, I just looked into it to make sure it was about friendship because it was a family and friend. So I had to get past the family to find out when they're talking about friends because it
Gotcha.
was so much about family.
I got you.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. And Tanya Marshall.
Excuse me,
mm,
but my name is Tanya Berry.
Lord Jesus, it sure is. Tanya Berry. Excuse me,
In the
brother in
name of
love.
Jesus.
I have I have a little timer thing, so we won't go too far on the questions.
So I won't be
You
giving
had
Sharita a hard time today.
well, this one just gives us like how long we gonna talk about this question, so we
What's
don't
that,
go
like 30
over.
seconds?
No, it's like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Mm, we'll see. Because I kept forgetting to look back at it when I kept trying to see how long it would take. But I
Okay.
want to think is maybe a couple minutes, but I'm not sure. So we'll see tonight. Hopefully, I can stay focused on it because I can't put it in front of the camera. So,
I'm sorry, y'all. Let me just real fast.
what you
Hold on.
need to do?
Cause I don't want to yell in y'all ear, and he think I didn't hear him, so he done yelled up the stairs again, talking about some hey,
Uh,
who here? Hold on.
I do that all the time. I'm forever putting my mic on mute because I got to give guidance and direction to those around me and
I'm
try
like,
at the same time
okay.
keep my face straight.
See, and I had to yell it because he
Hmm.
downstairs, so that's why I'm like, I gotta mute it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay, Mr.
I
Berry,
just
I'm on
muted
live.
so
He
I
talking about
just muted
okay.
so people don't say
Yeah.
listen to her.
Okay, so we doing friendship questions. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I thought you
Okay.
was getting Sharita to join us. What happened?
She had a hair appointment and she dissed
I
her
ain't mad at you,
auntie.
girl. I ain't mad at you. Gotta have your priorities in order, Sharita. I ain't mad at
Oh
you.
wait, I was supposed to do something for my nephew. Let me do that right now. Thinking of hair. He needs to get my youngest, well, he's not my youngest, the second to the youngest nephew, his son, which is second to the youngest, hair rebraided. And I was supposed to text our cousin. And I completely forgot. So let me just do that real quick because
Yeah,
otherwise I'm gonna
get her
forget
hair
again.
done.
And he needs it done tomorrow.
So I wonder when we 7:15. Okay.
What you
We need to
wondering?
we need to get a like we need to get something where we have either even if they're not the same exact books. So like I could be asking a question
Oh
while you
yeah,
doing
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Because I think all of the
yeah.
ones I have are like relationship stuff.
Yeah, you know what? My cards, that's all relationship because remember
Mhm.
we want to do that
Mhm.
online dating episode. So I bought all the cards and I thought this would be our regular
Awesome.
questions. So just give me 2 seconds and I will have this thing done. And then I stop to talk to you. All right. I just needed to text it to her. I don't need to worry about her response. So the first question, what was a big understanding you had with a friend?
A big misunderstanding or
Misunderstanding, I'm sorry. Misunderstanding.
a big misunderstanding that you had with a friend.
I can answer first.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've had any big. I
It
don't think
was an
I've had any.
old friend. We used to talk a lot on the phone, and this would be all the time, every day, and or we would be texting one another. And I had transitioned jobs, and my job got really busy.
Mhm.
So she wasn't texting me or calling me So I figured she was busy too. And then much later, I found out she was extremely upset, feeling like I wasn't talking to her or whatever. And I was like, well, if you needed me, why didn't you call or text me? I mean, I was busy. That's all. I was just busy.
Mhm.
It was no harm. But by the time she allowed that to fester, it was a major issue. And I remember when she blew
Mhm.
up at me, and it really hurt my feelings and even caused me to shed a tear because I didn't know she was feeling like this. And then you blew up on me. So that made me feel like, oh, you were really sincerely hurt and I didn't know. So
Oh wow.
that was the biggest misunderstanding that I had. And unfortunately it changed her relationship. I mean our relationship, and
Mhm.
that's me, which I'm getting better at it because I have a tendency, when you make me cry, you ain't close to me no more. Because that means you really hurt me. Like whatever you did,
Yeah.
cut me to my core if you gonna
I
make
don't
me
think I've
cry.
I don't think I've had like I mean probably maybe when I was a teenager or something. I don't know. I don't really remember. I'm a pretty laid back kind of person, so I don't think I've had any friendships where I've had like a big misunderstanding at all. To be honest,
Mm,
um, well, like me and Trina have been friends since we were babies. So
mm-hmm,
I mean, but I think we operate like sisters. Like if we
mm-hmm.
disagree about something, I can be like, "No, that don't make no sense," or "Why would you say that?" Or she'll be like, "Well, that was dumb. Why would you do that?" or whatever.
Oh,
But we
time's
both,
up.
oh, yeah, my bad.
Wait, I forgot to look.
Oh yeah, I haven't had any really. We don't have any. We operate like
Okay.
sisters.
Yeah, I that was the biggest one that I ever had. That goes down in history for me. How much does it matter? This is going to be a quick one. How much does it matter that people like you?
Not a whole lot.
Me either.
And I really don't mean that to be insensitive to anybody
Right,
who feels some type of way about it, but
right.
I just don't. I mean, and I'm 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 50
Yeah.
years old. So at 50 years old, I try to do what I think the Lord directs me to do, and I really honestly try to do that in every aspect of my life. I'm a work in progress,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
if I try to do what I think the Lord wants me to do, I mean, I don't purposely try to hurt nobody's feelings
Right,
or
right.
try to shun people in any way. I try to be nice, polite, whatever to everybody. So if somebody doesn't like me, it's probably a misunderstanding because I don't know why they would have something personal against me. I haven't done anything to anybody. But and if it's not, and that's just the feeling you get. Well, God bless you. Maybe He's delivering you from my nonsense. I can be a bit much sometimes. I don't know. I
Yeah, I
don't know what
can
to tell
too.
you.
I definitely can too. I think from so yeah, because these are not people who ever liked me. So I don't really care if you do or don't. It's not like a close friend that now don't like me. You never liked me. And I can't even say like how you said 52 years old. Uh, I've pretty much been like that even when I was more of an introvert. Really didn't care.
Yeah,
I would keep moving.
I've never been that person. Yeah, I never have, and I remember telling somebody one time, like if you were mad at me, and like you probably should tell me if you want me to
Right.
know, because I might not have noticed.
Right, right, right. What qualities would your relationship ideally have?
What qualities would my relationship, just any friendship?
Yeah, it says relationship,
I
so
would
we're talking
say,
about friendship.
from a friendship standpoint, I think
Mhm.
that you have to be open and you have to be secure in who you are because, like, I feel like people who are going to be close to you, if somebody's going to be in your inner circle, you have to be able to be who you are unapologetically, and they have to be okay with
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
I can't be trying to put on a front for somebody. What you see is what you get. So,
Right.
and I don't do the whole rumors things. I don't want to talk about other people. I don't want to if we can have a good time and be open and treat everybody with the same respect that you want to be treated, then we good to go.
Okay. And viewers, as you're viewing, if you want to pop in, like my niecey Pooh has been making comments, let us know because we want to hear from you too. So make sure you answer the questions as well. Because one of her answer was to be open. Mine is to be
Hmm.
trustworthy and not afraid to communicate. So that's two main qualities, and that's in a relationship as well as an intimate relationship and a friendship. So ask that question. How do you get the attention of your friends and family?
I I don't think I like these questions because I feel
Oh
like they
well,
don't really pertain to me really. Because
well, I
I mean
mean,
I
what you
don't
gonna
know what
do?
you. Yeah, like my family, we're really close. My friends,
Mhm,
my family, so we hang out together and do a lot of stuff together. We go to church together. We go out and laugh and have fun and excuse me. So I don't really know that from a friendship perspective, like, if I want to have girlfriend time, I might call my
mhm,
friends and say, "Hey, y'all want to do brunch this weekend?" Or hey, we need to do brunch. We haven't in a while, and we look and find a date where we can all go and do something together. Or even like with you and my friends that I've met through Girlfriends Pray, those of us who are really close might say, "Hey,
mhm,
y'all, we need a weekend soon," and we try to figure that out. You know what I mean? So,
mhm.
I mean, I guess that might be maybe that's kind of what they're asking. I think it's different from a relationship standpoint,
Right, right, right,
because I'll be like, Mr. Berry, we should go on a date night. We've been busy. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of just the normal interaction you have with each other, you if there's something specific, I mean, you just got to be honest.
right. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Niecy. That's the Minister Denise Faxon.
Oh, okay. Hi.
True, true that. Oh, my nephew is here too. He said hi. But Denise was saying if they are your friend, they should know you enough to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Listen, listen. I said nephew, but he's my nephew cousin.
I
He's
know.
really my
I have a
cousin.
few. I have a few nephew cousins who call me nephew because they're always with my nephew.
They
So since
call you,
they were little, I'm sorry, they call me auntie because they were always with my nephews. So they call me Auntie Tanya too.
here's a good one for your friends. Would you lie so as not to hurt someone's feelings?
I wouldn't lie, but I think that there's always a way to. First of all, sometimes what we lie about or speak on, like we doing this in the name of love, we do without being solicited. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asks you. You just want to come and offer. But if somebody asks me, I mean, my friends know me just like, Denise said. My friends know me well. They know not to
Mm-hmm.
ask a question they don't want the answer to. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to tell you the truth. And but I think you don't have to do anything extraordinary for that if it's truly coming from a place of love. If it's truly coming
Right.
from a place of love, it's not going to be presented in a way that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. It might be
Mm-hmm.
tough to hear, but there's a difference, I think, between hurting somebody's feelings and them having to hear or have a hard conversation.
Right. I mean, because sometimes you have to have crucial conversations with individuals and they are needed. It's just what is your motivation?
Absolutely.
Is your
Absolutely.
motivation to hurt this person or to help this person? And then the wording of the advice, you have to know who you're talking to so that you don't
Absolutely.
come off too harsh or feeling like you have no empathy for that person.
Even something as simple as my daughter would always ask me, let's say she went shopping and bought some gym shoes, and she say, "Oh, mom, look, you like these?" High school, they might have been like high top gym shoes. First of all, I don't
Mhm.
wear gym shoes really, and I don't like high top gym shoes. I just don't like them. So I can't. I
Sorry.
mean, they're for you. I know I'm laughing at what she said too, but that's
Yeah.
the truth, right? Sometimes you just got to stop
Stop
talking. I
talking.
absolutely agree. But I think you can say to someone if they ask you, "Oh, do you like this or like that?" and you don't, I don't
Right.
have to say those are ugly. No, I would just
Right.
say if you like them, then God bless you. I'm not a gym shoe person, but if you like them, you know what I'm saying? Like I think there's a
Mhm.
way to talk to people respectfully and from a place of love that it's not hurtful.
Mhm. Mhm. Another question is, do you think you are a good judge of character? And for me, I think I am, but I am very observant. So it doesn't like, you know how they say first impressions. I don't necessarily go by first impressions. I more so go by watching you.
Mhm.
Yeah, what you got, how you act, what's your motive. And I think that comes from, for me, I was very analytical. So I was very cautious of at one point of letting people know who I am. I wouldn't
Mhm.
let you know who I was until I seen what type of person you would. So I definitely would just get a feel for who you are before I would make that judgment call on your character. Because sometimes we could be too quick to answer that. I mean, to make
And
that
I
judgment.
think for me again is and I know sometimes I've had people say, "Well, everything don't have to do with God." Well, it does if you're dealing with me. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
sorry, but I feel like have you like I've met people before or I've come across
Mhm.
people where something just didn't sit right with my spirit. And I
Mm.
remember feeling bad, like I don't want to ignore this person or whatever, and I don't want to treat them bad or anything, or like I'm ignoring them, but something
Mhm.
in my spirit is saying I don't need to be around it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
and I remember I felt really bad, and I was like praying about it, like Lord, I don't know, I don't want to be misjudging someone, but you know what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm feeling. So I mean I'm always polite and considerate, but yeah, we don't hang out. We ain't gonna be no hanging out or none of
Oh
that personal
yeah.
inner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love you like I'm supposed to with the love of the Lord, but you got to do that at arm's distance sometimes. So I think I try to really, like you said, be observant. I pay attention to how when the Lord is talking to me and saying, "Yeah, no, we not going to do this," then I try to be attentive to that. But I also try to be open because I believe you have to love people where they are. You can't change grown people. You got to let them be who they gonna be, and sometimes you just got to love them from a distance.
Right. Because for me, I don't. It sounds like I hear a feedback, but for me, like one thing that my bishop always say is when someone shows you who they are, believe
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Believe that who they are is who they are. And it's okay. Like, even when sometimes when people hurt your feelings or whatever, it's okay. I mean, it depends on the circumstance, but sometimes depending on what you did to me, I'll be very pleasant to you again. But what I'm not going to do is ever let you that close again to hurt me. I'm very personable. I'll speak to you. I won't treat you indifferent because that's not right. Hey, Aaron, I won't treat you different or anything like that,
Mhm.
but I will not let you in my inner circle again to give you another opportunity to do what you did before.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. My bishop says it's okay.
I
He said
agree.
that once before. So let's see. What would be the most difficult thing to forgive someone for?
It's one thing. if you tell a lie, period, just being a
Mhm.
liar. But if you lie on me, if you lie
Mm.
on me, on my character, on, you know what I'm saying, something to harm my character or my reputation, and it's just a blatant lie, I have a
Mhm.
real issue with that because I think that we can have misunderstandings, but we're grown. You can ask if you
Mhm.
got a question, ask me. Don't make something up. But I that is tough for me. From
Mhm.
speaking from a friendship relationship, a friendship
Right.
perspective. Yeah, just
Right.
to be a liar is enough in and of itself, but to lie on me, and I
Mhm.
agree with Sharita on that because the same thing over and over. I will try my best to be understanding, but I'm not gonna have the same conversation with you
Station.
for
Mm-mm.
year after year after year. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and I agree with Rashawn about being disloyal. Because and I think that's because I've perceived myself as being very loyal.
Mhm.
So I will stick with you. I'll fight the fight with you. I'll stand by your side. I'll do everything I can do to help you through the process. But if you betray me, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I can't rock with you like that. Because I feel like I stood beside you through thick and thin, and then this is the repayment for that. And sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, and then they try to turn it around for you.
Mhm.
So thanks for the co-signing, co-signing,
Mm.
co-signing. Um, what is an embarrassing incident with a good friend? I don't think I have one.
An embarrassing incident with
Hmm.
a good friend. Oh, I'm sure me and Trina had plenty, but probably when we was a lot younger. I can't think of
Me
anything.
either. Oh, I got some stuff. Two things, and they all are the same. So I was on a mission trip in Jamaica. We were going to the church with the missionary group that I was with, Glory Unlimited
Mhm.
Ministries. They had sponsored they were sponsoring a church out there, and we were going to worship with them. But it wasn't an easy trail to get to this church. Like you really
Mhm.
going through some stuff to get to this church. So somehow or another, and this is midway into the service. Obviously, it was some rough, long nights, not so much food, the whole nine. So I must have been losing some weight or something. So I'm steady walking down this trail.
I feel like
I,
I heard this story, and it's
you
gonna be all
may
bad right now.
have. And I had this skirt on, and the skirt slid down.
I cannot deal.
And I did not feel it.
I cannot deal. So you just
And
walking around showing the
I'm
world your
walking.
business.
Yup, it's steady going down. I don't know it, nothing. Wait, now, Dr. Witt, who Deborah Witt, she goes to my church. She also is the co-founder of it, or president or something of the ministries. She came from all the way in the back to save her girl, ran up to me, pulled my dang on skirt up to, and it was a long skirt, but I swear the skirt was all the way up here.
I cannot.
That was so embarrassing. I ain't gonna say the other one because I don't know if I should say that. That might be
I
too.
can't. I'm sure your time up.
Because the other one, man, my girl Michelle helped me out. If she was listening, she'd
Oh
be
my
able to
God.
say it.
Aaron
What?
said Aaron said his friend was preaching and his teeth popped out. I cannot. See, Jesus, no, I am not ready to be adult in that kind of situation. Cause I will tell y'all, me and my family, everything's funny.
Honey,
And if it's
I wouldn't
funny,
have been
we
able
gon'
to
laugh.
hold that.
Like we
I
gon'
wouldn't have
laugh.
been able to hold that in.
I wouldn't have
I
made it.
wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. I
I would
would.
not
I
have
would
made
be
it.
all the way under the pew trying to stop my body from.
I would not make it, okay? I can't.
And
Aaron,
wait,
that would have been too much for me.
I can see DC. He'd be like, "Get yourself together. Stop
Y'all would just have to go and walk me out.
it."
Put my
She's
church finger up
already.
and laugh my
Yeah.
way on out the door because I wouldn't have
Oh,
been able to make
honey,
it.
that would have been hilarious. And I
Oh,
don't know
I
what to
do.
tell you. Put them back in. That's what I say. Put them back in. Just put them back
I did just think of one. Although I don't, praise God, my daughter and I don't really get embarrassed about much.
in.
Like,
Okay.
it'll happen and it just, if it's funny, we going to laugh with you.
Right, 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 right,
So
right.
I used to live in Nebraska and we were in Nebraska for something. I can't remember. It was like right before I moved back to Michigan or something. But my mom and some of my friends were there from here, and we were going out. I think it might have been near my birthday or something, or some
Hmm.
holiday. But we were going out, and we were going to happy hour or something. Well, no, because it was dark outside. I remember that, but it was cold, so it couldn't have been my birthday. But it was cold, and they were taking so long to get across the street to where this lounge was, and I was like, "It's cold out here, y'all taking too long." So I'm gonna run across the street, right? So as I run across the street and like you got to walk over a little piece of grass to get to the parking lot. So I duck
Right,
like
right.
this. You already know where this is going, right? I duck as I'm going under. There's like a tree right there. Pull my wig right on off under this tree. Okay. But this is so perfect
I had
for
one
a
of those
friendship
too.
discussion because let me tell you about my girl. So I run, I duck under this tree, it snatched my wig off, and I went, "Oh my God!" Instantly, you can't even see me. They just surrounded me, so I'm in the middle of this circle, and in the dark, they trying to put my wig on and get it straight or whatever. It was so funny. I was cracking up, and so I got myself together, and we were getting ready to go across the parking lot and go in the building. We see a car. There's a car with a couple ladies sitting in it, and I didn't even think about it, like whether they saw it or not. I'm like, oh, they probably didn't see nothing. We all laughing. As we walked by, they rolled the window down, talking about some girl, you still cute though. And we just started laughing all over again. It was hilarious.
Wait, I remember this one. This I know we out of time with this question, but still thinking of that. I remember one time I was in the church, the second row. I started shouting. I had a ponytail. My ponytail flew off. I did not even know, right?
Oh my God.
So I'll never forget. Ruth Demeron was next to me, and she was like, "It's okay. Here you go." And I was like, and honey, I went broop and hit the floor. And she's like, "It's okay. Your hair looks so fine. I don't even know why you wear this." Baby.
That
This
is
is what we not get ready to do.
hilarious. That is so funny.
And I had to put it back on the floor. I'm on the floor trying to
That's
get my ponytail
hilarious.
back on. And I told one of our pastors, he's our executive pastor, Pastor Johnson. But back then he wasn't. I said, "Pastor," I said, my ponytail fell off." He said, "Well, you can't say anybody don't they can't say you be faking your shouts
Okay. Listen,
because you sincere with it. You done lost your hair."
that is hilarious.
I
Listen.
was like, "No,
See,
no."
I'm telling you, I would have been laughing. Listen, because when that tree snatched my wig off, girl, I laughed. That was a good laugh. Okay,
And it's
I was
funny because I
cracking up.
remember the nurses ran over to me because they thought something was wrong with me because of how fast I hit the ground. Child, I was
I
like, "It's a
cannot.
wig alert."
Aaron
It's a,
said he was on the front row screaming. I'm guessing when
oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, with
preacher's
his
speech
friend.
came
I
out. That's
bet. I bet.
hilarious.
I
Oh
bet.
my God, that is funny.
Well, honey, I was like, this is the worst. But it was so funny. Afterwards, almost none of my friends seen it. I was like, y'all didn't see that? It was like right
That is
there.
hilarious.
But oh my God, it was a hot mess. So I'm looking for, because you're right. Some of these questions don't necessarily apply to us. So here we go. I should check some of them off. Is there anyone that you would want to get in contact with that you have not spoken to in years? Mm,
And there was a lady I knew from college, and I was probably he's too funny. I was probably in my early, maybe probably my early 20s, because it was way before
mm,
I ever moved to Omaha. But there was a lady I became friends with in college, and she had a little boy, and they were so sweet. But sometimes she was she 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 sometimes had some struggles in the relationship that she was in at the time,
mm-hmm,
and so, after so long, we kind of lost touch, and I don't know what ever happened, because, like, we never had a falling out of any sort. But I don't know if it had to do with her relationship or what. But I
right.
remember that there were issues sometimes, and she'd call, and I'd be there for her and pick her up or whatever she needed. But I always wondered, like, I don't know, we were in probably our early 20s. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, every once in a while she'll cross my mind.
Okay.
And I just
Okay.
will say a prayer for her and her son, just because I know where it was at when I knew her.
Mm-hmm.
She may
Mm-hmm.
be awesome today, you know what I mean? But
Right.
so it crosses my mind, like, I just wonder and pray she's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first person I just thought of when you said that.
Yeah, there was one, y'all share the same name, Latanya. Me and her was really close in high school. I didn't have a whole bunch of girlfriends when I was in high school. There was only a few people that I was really, really close with in
Mhm.
school, and she was one of them. And I have a picture of her for prom when she was trying to help me with my hair. Like, she helped me get dressed and get ready for prom and all that. So like, that was my girl back then. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I wish I knew her last name, because I could probably find her on social media, but I don't know. I don't remember her last name. And I can't find any of my books or anything. So it's not like I can I don't like I can find it. And Sharita said, I
Mhm.
don't know how we stopped talking. I know she went to a new school. Yeah, sometimes friends just kind of leave unexpectedly from your life.
Mhm.
They are just for a season, um, whether it feels good or not. So, but yeah, I would love to run into her and see what she's up to. I did
Mhm.
reconnect to, not with one of my good friends, but her sister. We were kind of good. All of us was good friends because they were twin sisters, but I was closer to Shannon than I was to Sharon. But I ran into Sharon, but I haven't connected with Shannon. So
Mhm.
yeah, those were my road dogs back then. So who do you trust more than anyone in the world? God.
Well, that goes without saying. I would say the top two outside of the Lord, the top two people, I would say my husband and my daughter. Of course, my
Yeah.
parents too, but I would say my husband and my daughter the first.
Yeah, it would be my son. Yeah, it would be my son. Like, he's my emergency contact. He's the one, and my nephew. I have to say my son and my nephew actually, because they but then I gotta ask Sharita, because they
See, that's what
all,
I thought.
yeah, they all show up for me when I need them to in their
Mhm.
own separate ways. So, like, I know anything I do publicly, Sharita, without a sound of a doubt, will all I can always trust that she's going to make it. She
Mhm.
will always support me with everything. And the boys love me, but they don't always show up. Sharita will always show up. And then Barry and my son, them two will be there when they need to be. Like I
See,
can
and
count on my son to do things. Like when I'm thinking of different areas of trust, like I can trust that Sharita is going to always show up for me. I can trust that if something really went down, Barry would show up, Teron would show up. Actually, almost everybody in my family, really, they would show up. Like if I'm going to trust anyone, it's going to be my family.
oh,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah,
It's, and that's such an awesome. I think that's so awesome to have that because with my, I really thank God for my family because my
mhm,
mom's side and my dad's side, anything
mhm,
happen, they gonna show up ready for things to go down. They gonna ask questions later. If I'm
mhm,
wrong as
mhm.
two left feet in this scenario, they ain't gonna know till after everything been handled. Then they gonna want to know
Right,
now what happened and why did we just act up?
right, right,
You
right.
know what I
Yeah, that's
mean?
all.
So
Like we have it was just Mother's Day. There was a misunderstanding. Like we were waiting a very long wait, of course, it's Mother's Day. So apparently there was a misunderstanding with my niece and her husband in the restaurant. So her daughter, she sends her daughter out to actually get her brother, which is my nephew Barry, and my cousin Rashawn. And she's laughing, and we like, what? What are you saying, dear? But then when we heard clearly what she was saying, every door opened, including my mama. And we were like, no, y'all stay in the car. And his son was about to jump out too. We like, no, you stay with mama. And we coming in there like, what? So what's what?
you know what? That's so funny because when we went on our vacation, we went on our honeymoon. One of my cousins and her husband, they usually organize these trips, every year. So we went with this whole
Mm-hmm.
big group. And so my husband had hurt his Achilles. So he was like using like a cane. Sometimes depending on how far we had to walk, we'd have to use the wheelchair because he wanted to still go, but it was hurt bad. So we went one day, our group, we had like a party boat. So we were all out on the party boat. We were having a good
Mm-hmm.
time. And so as we're getting ready to leave, it's time to, get off the boat. My cousin's husband, he says, all right, y'all ready? And so we all getting ready to go. And he go look at me and look at my husband. Now this is the first time they met. My husband was on this trip, and
Right.
he looked at me. He said, he coming with us? And I said, yeah, yeah, he coming. I mean, we just got married. I ain't ready to get rid of him yet. Then my cousin looks at him and says, okay, you can come. He said, I mean, I like you. He said, I like you. You my dog, but if she say you got to go, we ain't taking you back with us.
Right. Because your family is your road dogs, the certain is like they'll show up regardless if you talk a lot or you stay and communicate or what. When something go down, everybody shows up.
you
Everybody
know,
shows up. Good or
my
bad,
pastor always says, like, we could count on the marshals to fill 2 or 3 rows, whatever we having. They show up. He said they don't just ever come one at a time.
hmm And now this is a question. I don't know, not that one. If you were lonely, who would you seek out? I know you would seek out your husband.
Absolutely. And I will say this because I was looking at Denise said my kids on that last question, and I
hmm
would say how close me and Shariah are, my daughter and I. And listen, and she is a fool. So if I was sad or something, that would be normal. Prior to me getting married, she'd have been the first person I call
Right,
She gonna
right.
come show up, entertain you. Anything my friends going through, we always would say, "You want me and Shariah to come over there and cheer y'all up?" We are very entertaining, okay? And you know, she just that's just her. You know, that's just her personality. So, but yeah, if I was feeling lonely or some sort of way, absolutely, it would be my husband. If I
Yeah,
just needed some fun, laughter, girl time,
right.
my husband too. But if it's the girl time thing, I'd call my daughter probably first.
Yeah. For me, it would be actually my day one best friend, Malika. When
Mhm.
like it's been like this last year, everybody know. So like when I really needed to get out the house, I would call her and be like, "Can you take a ride with me?" And she'd be like, "Sure, where we going?"
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
always can count on Malika to show up. And it doesn't matter, like we could talk, we don't have to talk for a year or so. If I remember one time I ain't talked to her for a long time, I put my car in the shop and it it was taking longer than I anticipated. And I was like, yo, you home? And she was like, why? What's going on? I was like, I need to get to work. She was like, okay, where you at? Like, so that's the kind of friendship we have, regardless. And that's when you know you got true friendship.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
we both understand each other. We both know we got a life. We both know we're busy, but
Mhm.
I can always call, and it's as if we just talked yesterday. So if I was feeling really lonely or going through an emotional thing, I know. I mean, I have plenty of people to call. That ain't even the issue. But if I want to
Mhm.
get out the house, because most of y'all living too far away to come rescue us, chick. But if I need to get out the house, I know Malika without a shadow of a doubt. And I'll be like, can you drive? And that's the other thing. Like, because sometimes I don't feel like I don't want to drive. So I know she
Mhm.
will always drive.
Cool.
So, all right, all right. Would you sponsor a foreign visitor in your home?
Nope.
That's
Not my
funny.
ministry.
Not saying, thank you, boo. I love our friendship too. Um, I don't think I would, because you are far. No, because I don't know you.
Because you're a stranger. To be
Yeah,
honest, just
like,
because you're
yeah,
a
I don't
stranger.
know you.
I don't
And
know
I don't
you, and
know
I don't
what
know
you
your
coming with.
spirit.
Yeah, I don't know what you coming with.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
bringing
know
that
what
in
you
my house.
coming. Yeah, I don't know what you coming with. I don't know the issues you escaping from. It could be
See,
it could be a
Sharita.
lot of, yeah, it could
I'm
be
with
a
you,
whole
Sharita.
bunch of stuff coming in with that. So no, yeah,
Yeah,
no. I
I don't
can't.
like it.
Even though I am looking into, I was talking to my girlfriend who is involved in social services. And I was talking about possibly at some point, I would be willing to foster, even
I've
at
done
this
that
late. Or
before.
have
I've
you
done that
talked?
before. When I lived in Omaha, I did that. Yeah, and
And
I
how was it?
actually, I will say, I love kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do babies because I can't imagine my heart would be broken when it's time for them to go home. Because one
Mm-hmm.
thing I've
Mm-hmm.
learned is no matter how bad the situation sometimes seems, children want to be with their parents. They want to be with their mother,
Mm-hmm.
even when it's not been the best, set of circumstances. I found that often it didn't matter. And
Right,
I
right,
get
right.
that, especially if they're young, because we had
Mm-hmm.
little kids. So I understand they're young, like their mind can't wrap around the fact that this person is supposed to love me more than anything isn't making the best decisions for me, right? But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but um but we usually had like I think the youngest was 4 or 5 and the oldest was maybe 10 at the time. Yeah,
Mm.
10. Well, no, I take that back. We did have one who was in high school, but and that was the only time because my daughter was there, so we would never take teenagers in the house, especially the teenage
Mm-hmm.
boys. So we usually had them to where they were like my stepson's age, and so that would be the oldest around his same age. So he had like a friend there or whatever. But I liked it because I really, and I've considered it. I considered it a lot before I got married, doing it again, because I felt like it was rewarding in the fact that I knew we brought some stability and love and care to these kids who needed that.
Mhm.
And there were a couple of young boys who, even once they were reunited with their parents and went home, they were old enough that they remembered where we lived and they would come back. They would come
Aw.
over to my house. Or I remember one young man asked his mom to bring him over. She was going somewhere and she was like calling somebody in her family to watch him or something for her one evening. And he asked her to please bring him over there to ask if I would keep him. And I'm like, I'm thinking like this has got to be inappropriate or something, right? Because I don't know what's going on with this woman
Right,
or whatever or
right.
her situation because we never knew the details, you know.
Mhm.
And but I knew I loved this kid. I loved all those kids. So I asked her. I said, well, sure. You know, when she asked me, I mean, I told her, yeah, he could stay. He'd come over, and then like I remember him riding his bike over my house, and I even I'm like, where is his mom at? You know, it's dark outside in the evening, and he's still over here because I would feed him every time they came because I would be
Mhm.
concerned
Mhm.
they didn't have food and stuff. And so I tell him, put your bike in the trunk of my car, and I drive him home because I can't let him leave my house on that bike. I don't care how he got
Mhm.
here, but and so I, from that perspective, I would do that with foster kids because you knew that they so appreciated that, and
Mhm.
if it got bad again at home, they knew what was possible. You know what I mean?
Mhm. 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 Yeah, that's something. Let
She's
me
silly.
see.
Mm,
I've thought about it. I truly have. But it's something that I've always thought about doing. It's not like something I just said I would do now. But what stopped me is just different scenarios that I was going through in my life. So I didn't feel that it was best for
mhm.
to bring a kid into.
Mhm.
Although I feel like I'm a super mom. I would take great care. And the person I
And
was
that's the thing. Yes.
that's what the person who was saying I was talking to was like, you would be great. You would be great at this.
Mhm.
I just don't know. Even well, I can't say that. I was getting ready to say I don't know if I have patience, but dealing with my great nieces and my great nephew, I've learned to have patience. I've
Mhm.
learned to even deal with the behavior issues and the other things that come along with all of that. So I have learned how to be a little more patient when it comes to
Mhm.
kids
And
and
it
try.
definitely takes that because
Yeah.
they all have like there's things going on right in their lives, and so they definitely need the extra patience. And
Mhm.
there was we had a little boy. He was such a cute little young man. He looked like Ti. We would always call him that because he looked just like him. He was like
Mhm.
4 years old. And so every week go to the store or something, and people would say, "Oh, you look at him. He is so cute." I promise you, Kim, as cute as this little boy was, he would watch until people were paying attention to him, and he would just stare and say, like, you looking at him, and you're like, "Oh, he's so cute," and he would be like, you keep looking at him, and he would go, "I promise you." I don't know why or where that came from. Now I'm trying to be an adult and not laugh because I could not. I'm like, you cannot do that, And
Wow.
how do you? He was like 5 at the time, I think. So how do you break him
Mhm.
from that? Because it came from somewhere, right? So
Right,
I would take him
right.
to the store with me, but I would make him sit because he was little. So I'd make him sit in the little basket of the buggy,
Mhm.
and I told him anytime if I ever you do that again, then I would make him. He would still have to be at the store with me, but he'd have to put his arms like this and ride with his head down because he would do this to everybody. And I
Oh
think
my
his family, like I
gosh.
think they fought a lot
Mhm.
because you could walk by talking to him, you get close enough, he would hit you. But it was
Mm.
crazy. He would never do that to me or my daughter, but it could be a total stranger walking by and he would just hit him.
Wow. Yeah,
So,
because you never know what they're coming
and that's
from, what
the
they're
thing, like,
struggling with.
don't get upset and try to, like, you want to explain to them and tell them this is wrong and figure out a way to try to fix it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you still have to love them and treat them like that's one thing I will say is I know that historically there have been people who would do that because of whatever stipend you get. And I will say this though, people often it's more the positive side than not.
Hmm.
Because what it is that they provide in assistance to you is not what it takes to raise a child. And, I don't care if it was birthdays, Christmas, holiday, whatever it was, I treated every one of those kids the same way I would my daughter. When it was and
Hmm.
when they went home to their parents, whatever we had bought them, we when it was time for school clothes, we shopped and bought them clothes just like our own kids. And so we would pack all their stuff up. They would take
Hmm.
it all with them. We would talk to them about taking care of their stuff, and so like we really tried to show them, what it would be like to be with a loving family and how you are supposed to be treated. So I mean,
Hmm.
I miss it sometimes. I think about it, but
Right, right. Yeah.
yeah.
So we are just about on the
Oh, look at that.
hour. That's pretty good for us because we typically go overboard. But, that made me think about, I might ask, I know a couple who fostered, I actually know a couple people who fostered, and that I might make that a topic one day and bring some guests
That's
to talk
awesome.
about,
Yeah.
yeah, to talk
Yeah.
about foster, because there's so many people in the system so many children in the system that needs homes, and a lot of people are able to and don't. And for a long time, I had the misconception that I couldn't be a foster parent because I was a single mom,
Mhm.
and I didn't know that that was a bold-faced lie.
Mhm. I
So
think maybe in the past, like in history, it probably wasn't an issue
was at
with
some
you.
point, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I
not
think
in my
now,
generation.
absolutely,
Not when not
and
when Teron was young. I could have
and
got a
now
job.
the number of children who need that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's
To turn
ridiculous.
someone away for that reason is crazy.
And it needs to be what she say, girl, you can't stay somewhere long enough
I,
to watch
I
your
think
kids.
I
I
think it was
can't
supposed to be
stay up.
home, not something. Oh,
No, I think she's talking
that's
about I
funny.
can't stay up. This is true. Everybody know I like to sleep because I'm telling you,
That's
this is a
probably
night
why I
and a
can't do
half.
it now. I can't do it
But
now because my friend,
I'm
somebody
still
said
interested.
you hopping. They always my friends like you hop in a plane every time somebody say let's go. How you gonna
Yeah,
have pets
yeah,
or how
that
you gonna?
too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it could be that too. That could be what, but she said after 6 p.m. So I know she's talking about me being sleepy, which is like a clock. Like I know when 8 o'clock comes around, and if I'm not
okay.
doing anything that keeps me up and going,
Yeah, 'cause I promise you, if I didn't have this with you, I probably would have been asleep. I fell asleep
girl, girl.
one day at like 6 o'clock. It was probably 6 o'clock in the evening. So then I was wide awake. It was Friday, and so then I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning on Saturday and never went back to sleep until the evening because I had slept so long the night before. I think
Oh
I
no,
needed
I don't
that.
have those. I don't have those issues. I can always go to sleep. Always. So that is it for Let's Just Talk with Kim. You can meet me on all social media platforms at Let's Just Talk with Kim. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share me with your family and your friends. We be having good conversations, I believe. So, and I hear good feedback about it. So, please make sure you share with everyone you know and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tanya, you have any final words, beautiful?
Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for chiming in, Sharita and Denise and Aaron. Y'all were hilarious.
Rashawn, I know I needed all of that. That's what we need. That's why I'm trying to put now an interactive conversation. So you all will be in the conversation. So until
We should
next
do like
week.
a take turns, like let whoever's watching ask a question, and then I could give you a
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We
questions
can do
too.
that.
That would be cool.
We can do that as well. So yeah. So thank y'all for joining us.
I'm not about to play with Denise.
What she say? My
She played too much.
oh my gosh.
Baby,
That's
try
my girl
me.
though. That is my girl. It didn't pop up for me for some reason. It didn't pop up for
That's
me. But
hilarious.
we will see y'all next week. We're gonna be talking about all things hair, because women love hair, men love to keep their hair straight. So we're gonna have a beautician and a barber that will
Awesome.
be here. So make sure you check us out next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
Thanks. Bye,